So I think that because you already know Scratch, you already know the basic of programming. So maybe I think it's a good advice that we will do some Python because that's going to be more appropriate for this age. Okay. All right. So let's do some Python today. All right. So may I ask, have you ever had any experience with Python?
With what?
Yes or no? No?
Experience with what?
With what?
Python or Python? No, no, okay. So Python is quite an easy to use language, and let me say so
Excuse me, you're cutting off. I can't hear you properly.
okay. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Alright, very sorry. Alright, let me show you some
Can't
what
hear
is
you
a
properly.
Python. So I show you what actually a Python programmer gonna do. Okay. So yeah, let's have a look. So
Yes.
let's explore a little bit of Python. So Python is a programming language that we're gonna use for professional development, and this is quite an easy to learn language for beginner. So have you ever seen any image of Python like this? Have you seen anything like this?
Yes?
Yes, okay. So Python is a programming language. It's very, very easy to use, and we're gonna learn it today. So don't worry. So I want to talk a little bit about what can you
Yes.
do with Python. Okay. So one of the most famous application of Python that they use. Do you hear of machine learning? Machine learning, James? Machine learning, yeah. So machine learning is just basically like you can predict things. You can use Python to predict things. For example, do you know like the house they have price, right? They have price.
Yes.
So maybe they can base on what is the area of the house or what is the how many floors there are and how convenient the road is. So you know like they can build a function to predict the prices of the house based on those information. Or they can do is to like predict like stock market. So stock market analysis. Stock market. Yeah, stock analysis. Yeah, so things like that they can use to predict when a stock gonna go up or stock gonna go down, so they're gonna make better decision. So that's one of those applications. Also, Python can be used to make websites. You know, website like it's Google like this or any newspaper. So they can use this for making website. There you go. So they can build websites and they use web servers, and they can use Django to build and Flash to to build a lot of websites, beautiful websites that you use to read newspaper or play video games like that. Yeah, and also Python can be used for also for game development. So they can create game too, right? So game engine. You can see, you can create very beautiful games like this, like Mario, right? So this thing actually created by Python. And maybe, do you know like Minecraft? Yeah. So you have never tried Minecraft? Yeah. You know Minecraft, right? So they can actually code Minecraft with Python, but yeah, that's gonna need a lot of study. So yeah, it's gonna be something like this. So this is actually one of the games I used to learn to
Yes.
in Python, but this is gonna have to be a little bit advanced. So yeah, so you can create basic game like this in Python. Okay. So that's a couple of introduction to Python. Okay. But to make the class fun, and maybe this is the beginning of the class. Let's play a game so we understand, we have some fun, and we understand what is programming in general. Okay. Okay. So James, has you ever know the game Simon Said? Yeah. Okay. You know the game Simon Said. So each time I give you It's like a command, and if there's a Simon set, you're gonna do the command. But if there's no Simon set, you don't have to do anything. Okay? So let's try it out. So Simon said, clap your hand. Okay, so because there's Simon said, okay. Simon said, touch your cheek. Okay, touch your nose. Touch your nose. Oh, but there's
Okay.
no Simon said, right? So there's no Simon said, so you don't have to do anything, right? Okay, so that's a funny game. That's a funny game to start out the lesson. But there's an important point in this game. So you see that when there's Simon said, we're gonna do the action, but without Simon said, we will not do the action, right? So that idea is very similar to programming. So we're gonna have to write programs to instruct the computer that in each case scenario, we're gonna have to do different things, right? For example, when you play a game, when you press going to the left, the character gonna go to the left, right? When you press go to the right, the character gonna go to the right, right? So we have to tell the computer what to do in each scenario like that, and that's programming, all right? You write codes to instruct the computer to know what to do. All right, so let me share screen about our real lesson today. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm gonna open up the lesson. All right. All right. So, James. So first of all, to start the lesson, please go to google.com. Google.com, and please search for something called Google Colab. Google Colab. So please search for Google Colab, okay? And this is right here on the very first link. So you just have to click on it, and we can ready to start our lesson. We're gonna use an online platform to learn our lesson today, okay? Alright, sorry. Alright, so when you come to the site, please let it to load a little bit. And click on here, new notebook. Please click on new notebook. So we're gonna create a new blank page for you to learn, okay? Alright. So after you have clicked on new notebook, this is what you're gonna get to. Alright. Have you come to here, James?
Wait, when I click on Google Colab, where do I go?
Okay, so can you share screen? I can instruct you from your screen. Can you share your screen? There's a green button on Zoom to let you to share your screen.
When I
Okay, click on the new
Colab,
notebook,
where do I
blue button.
go?
Down there, okay, exactly. Okay. And let it to load a little bit, and there you go. Oh, you learned Scratch already. Good job. Yeah. But let's learn something more fun today. Okay, so you can follow me now. Please stop share screen. I'm gonna share my screen, okay? Alright. Okay. So as you have learned some basic programming before, you probably know that there's some command in Scratch, like you can ask the cat to say hello, right? You can tell the cat to say hello, right? So in Python you can do the same thing. So instead of you in Scratch, you will say like say hello. When the green flag is clicked, you say hello, right? So but in Python you just say print, and you say hello. Hello. Printing, we have to use the open and close parentheses, right? And inside the parentheses we're gonna have to have the quotation mark, okay? And inside the quotation mark you can write what we want. So hello James, right? Welcome to Python. Welcome to Python. Okay, so you can write anything inside these two quotation marks. And now to run this code, please click on this arrow button. Okay, you click on this arrow button or use Control Enter, either way. Okay, arrow button or Control Enter. Alright? And you're gonna wait a little bit and the code gonna run. See? Hello James, welcome to Python. Alright? Alright, so any questions? No questions. Okay, so with this print statement, you can print out whatever you want. You can print out everything you want. So you can print out "Hello James, welcome to Python," or you can print out any string that you want. So you can print like I think you are 14 years old, right? Years old. So you can print out any string at all, and you just have to put them in the quotation mark and mark this. And mark the thing with quotation mark and use the circle parenthesis with the print statement. So run the code, and I am 14 years old. Okay, click on this button to run. So okay, James. So we know that these example primarily string, right? String, right? So string is mean that these are characters, right? Character words. So in Python, this type of character and words are called string, or we're gonna abbreviate it as str, right? Str means string. It just means character. Okay. There's another data type in Python. Data type it just means what kind of data type is. So So you can print out a number as well. So a number like 100. Right, you can see you can print out 100, right? So 100 is a integer, right? So in Python we say an int equal integer. So we're going to write as int. Okay. This is called comment. So the hashtag sign is the comment. So hashtag means comment. And when you make a comment, the computer will not run it. The computer will ignore it. The computer will not run comment. So comment is used to make note. Okay, about the code. So like each time you code, you want to understand. Okay, what I'm coding. Okay, I want what is this statement means. What is this command mean? So you use comment, right? Because you want to make you understand the code, and also the computer will not run it. All right. So you can see we have 100. Any question? Okay, so because this is the basic classes, so we have to learn some basics, basic knowledge first before.
Can I please connect my headset first?
What?
I'll connect my headphones first.
Yeah. It's okay.
Excuse me. Can I please connect my headset first?
Oh, so do you have a...
I'll connect my headphones
along
first.
on the computer. Do you have a computer? Yes, so you can code along. Yeah. But you just do what you need to do. It's okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Alright. So so that's some of the basic of Python. You can make a string, you can make integer, and you can make comments. Okay. So let's learn about a couple more things. So that at the end of the class we can make a funny game together. Alright?
Can you hear me?
Alright. Let's see. So that's a string.
Thank you.
So next thing
Yes, thank you.
must know is a string and integer. It's a float. So For example, you can say print, do you know decimal number? Decimal number. Okay, so decimal number, you can also print out decimal number, for example, 5.14, right? So it's a decimal. So in Python, this thing called the floating point number, right? So it's just a decimal. So you can print out float like that as well. Okay, so that's some of the basic knowledge of Python. Now we're gonna come to a quite important data structure in Python, which is called list. So James, have you ever go shopping? You ever go shopping? You go shopping, right? So shopping, after you shop, the checker, they're gonna show you a receipt, right? A receipt, and in the receipt they're gonna show you, okay, you buy banana, or you buy egg, or you buy rice, right? With the prices on that, right? So let's don't think about the price for now. So let's think about the stuff that we buy. For example, you can buy meat, you can buy rice, right? Or candy, right? So this thing is like, it's kind of list, we call it a list of what you buy, right? So in Python we have the same thing. We have a list. So to create a list in Python, we're gonna first of all, let's name the list like list 1. So James, and inside a list, it could be anything. So we denote the list with a square bracket, okay? So we're gonna denote the list with a pair square bracket, okay? And we're gonna write something inside. So we can write anything inside. So for example, we can write like meat, right? We buy meat, right? Then we can buy like lemon juice, okay? And maybe we can buy, like Coca-Cola, and you can put in whatever you want in this. So James, do you have any best friend? What's your best friend name? Yeah. What's the name of your best friend? Clyde. Clyde. Okay. So Clyde, like this, right? So for example, or James. Can you spell it again? Clive. Like this?
Clive.
Okay. Okay, it could be your name,
Clive.
James, or it could even be a number, like let's say number 5. Okay, just an example like this, okay?
CLIVE.
So first of all, we have a list, then we can use the print statement.
CLIVE.
What's the list? So we just say print, and print out the name of the list. The name of the list here is list 1, so we print it out. So you can see meat, lemon juice, Coca-Cola, Clyde, James, and 5. Okay? Quite easy, right? So we can print our list like that. Also, what can you do with a list is that we can access the element of a list. So you can see, here we have the element meat, right? We have element juice, we have element Coca-Cola. So maybe we don't want to print out everything. Maybe I just want to print out only Coca-Cola. So to print out an individual element inside a list, what we have to do is that we have to use the index, right? We're gonna have to use the index. So this is how the index in the list goes. So in normal counting, we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But in Python, it's not like that. In Python, the first element is gonna be number 0, okay? So we comment this line out, so it's not running. So the first element is 0, the next element is 1, then after 1 is 2, then after 2 is 3, and then 4, and then 5. This 5 not intentional, it's very unintentional. It's just I put it there. Okay, this could be anything like 900, whatever, right? So the indexing gonna start from 0. So first element is 0. Okay. So for example, if you want to print out any element inside this list, so just say print this one, open closes square bracket, and put in the number. For example, I want to print out Clyde. So let's say we now apply. Yeah, so let's run, and you can see we have print out client. See, because client is at index 3, right? Alright. So also you can get any index as you wish. For example, if I want to access James, right? James. So instead of 3, I wanna print out the element number 4, because the index for James is 4, right? So you can see James, right? Alright. Another thing about this type listing is that you can know how many elements are there in the list. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even though the indexing is 5, we have 6 elements, right? Because we count from 0, right? So we have 6 elements in the list. So to know how many elements in the list, we can use a statement like print, open and close parentheses, length, and open and close parentheses again, and we put in the list name, and you can see we're gonna return for us 6, which are the number of elements inside this list. Okay. Alright, so anything confusing so far? Any difficulty? Okay, that's very good. Alright, so that's the basic of the list. So the list is like you can store element inside, and you can access the element, right? So also you can find out how many elements are there inside a list, right? So now we're gonna learn another structure in Python, which is called the if and else statement. Okay, so let's learn about a thing called if and else statement. James. Do you learn English? Do you know a conditional statement? Conditional sentence?
Pardon?
Do you know conditional sentence? In English, it's like if it's rain, I will bring the umbrella. You know, yeah, those type of things. So like, if I am a doctor, I would earn a lot of money, right? You know this type of question, right?
Pardon?
So in
Pardon?
Python, there is also similar thing. So we can also use if statement in Python. Okay, so let's think a little bit. Okay, so if you want to write anything that is not code, so if you want to write anything that's not code, please click on this text button, and it can allow you to write text, not code. So do you remember the Simon Said game that we played earlier? Simon Said game, right? Yeah. So we know that if there is Simon said, then we're gonna do the action, right? Right? And if there is no Simon, so if there is no Simon said, okay. If there is no Simon said, then we don't do anything. Okay, just wait a little bit. So if there is no Simon said, and do nothing, right? Do nothing, right? So we're gonna try to create this game in Python with the if and the else, right? So for example, let's set a thing called a variable. I will explain it later, but let's put along now. So for example, we're going to say Simon said equal to true, okay? Equal to true. And now, so for example, if Simon said, now we're going to say 2 equal sign equal to true. Then we're gonna say print. So we're gonna after true here, we have to have a semicolon. Okay, you don't need any space. You can give a space or not a space, it doesn't matter, okay? I just give a space so everything is clear, okay? So after a space, just press enter. After the semicolon, just press enter, okay? Okay, so if assignment set is true, then we're gonna print do the action, right? Because do the action, right? Because we have assignment set, right? Assignment set, we do the action, right? So in the other case, the other case that assignment set is false, right? The other case, I mean, we don't have assignment set, right? So if no assignment set, we're gonna say else, sure, else, okay, and we're gonna say print, do nothing, do not do anything, right? And let's run. So here assignment set is true, so we do the action, right? And now let's comment this out. Let's comment this line out, so the computer will not run it. And we're gonna say assignment set to false. And in this case, the assignment set is not true. So what we're gonna expect is that do not do anything, right? Because assignment set is not true anymore, right? So we're gonna expect do nothing or don't do anything. And we run, and you can see do not do anything. Do you have any question? You understand the lesson so far, right? Okay. Okay, just wait me a little bit. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Alright. So okay, that's a funny game. So you can see in this case we have two scenario, right? So it is assignment set can be true or the assignment set can be false, right? So but in reality, the situation can happen in many ways, right? So in a lot of times you're gonna have more than one scenario or two scenario, right? For example, you want to go to a restaurant, you may go to a KFC or BBC or BBQ, or you go to like what is famous one like Jollibee, right? Jollibee or anything. So there's a lot of selection to choose from, right? So in this case, this structure of if and else is not adequate anymore, right? We need to more layer. We need to cover more cases, right? So in this scenario, we're gonna have another structure, and that structure only called if, else, and else. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna learn about these things today. Okay. Okay. So James, can you name me some of your favorite, restaurant? Do you know some any kind of fast food or pizza or anything? Any restaurant you like? Just any brand? Yeah.
I like KFC.
KFC? Any else? Anything else?
Jollibee.
Jollibee. Okay. Jollibee. I also enjoy Jollibee, but I also like Domino. Pizza, Domino. Yeah. So for example, now I want to choose. I don't want just want to go. I don't want to have
I like
only
KFC.
Jollibee. I want to have more, choices, right? So Domino is another
Jollibee.
one like hot dog. I don't know if it's very famous in India, but yeah. So it's a famous restaurant for hot dog. Okay, so for example, let's create another variable. Can be restaurant. Okay, and we're gonna set it equal to. Now we're gonna set it equal to KFC. And remember, let's make it a string here. okay, and make it a string, okay. Now, so now we have 4 choices, right? So now the restaurant could be KFC, or the restaurant could be Jollibee, or the restaurant now could be Domino, or the restaurant now could be Hot Rock, right? Okay, Hot Rock. Now we're gonna choose one of these restaurants. Let's choose KFC first, and I comment this thing out, okay? Alright, for now. Now, what we want to do? We want to choose the restaurant that we want to go to, okay? So we're gonna say if restaurant 2 equal sign, okay? Here just 1. Okay, so 1 equal sign is for assignment, 2 equal sign for comparison, okay? So there's a little bit of difference there. So we need 2 equal sign, okay? So if the restaurant is equal to KFC, then we're gonna print out, so semicolon, enter, print, and after the if statement and the semicolon, this indent the code, right? So go back to 1 tab, go forward 1 tab like this, okay? Indentation, okay? So we say print. Let's go to KFC. Let's go to KFC. Like that. Okay? Okay, oh no, I made a mistake here. No. Let's go to KFC. Okay? Now, in the case if the restaurant is not KFC anymore, we're gonna have to say another statement, right? So now we're gonna say elif the restaurant is equal to Jollibee, so we change KFC to Jollibee. Then we're gonna say let's go to Jollibee. So we're gonna fix KFC to Jollibee, okay? And we still have another case. We have Domino, right? So Domino only very similar to Jollibee. You just have to replace Jollibee with Domino, right? Domino, right? So here's Domino, right? And then now for the last case we have is Hot Rock, right? So because this is the last case already, there's no other cases. We don't have to say elif anymore. We just have to say else, because there's nothing left. This is the last case, right? So last case, let's go to Hot Rock, right? So let's delete this one. Sorry. Else, let's go to Hot Rock. Okay, so let's run this piece of code. So because we choose restaurant to be KFC, so we go to KFC, right? So but if we choose the restaurant to be Hot Rock, then we're gonna go to Hot Rock. See? Alright. So to comment a piece of code, to make the computer not run, a piece of code, just put like a hashtag symbol before it, right? And if you delete the hashtag symbol, the computer will run the code. Okay? Alright? Yeah. So do you have any question on this part? Understood? Do you understand? Okay, very good. Yeah, that's quite good, because most students they stuck with this part, so yeah. Okay. So let's try another good exercises. Jane, do you know about remainder? remainder when doing division. Yeah, remainder. For example, 5 divided by 3 will now have a remainder of 2, right? 5 divided by 3 is 1, but a remainder of 2, right? So we're gonna use this if and else statement, if else and else statement to make a remainder program. Okay, so let's make a remainder program. So we have a text for remainder. Okay, so for example, okay, just wait me a little bit. All right. So for example, I want to know to find the remainder of a number with 4, right? So first of all, let's say number equal to int, and we say input, and inside input we're gonna allow the user to enter a number, an integer. Let's say an integer. So we're gonna allow the user to enter an integer from the keyboard. Alright. So now we're gonna how to find the remainder in Python. So in Python we're gonna say remainder equal to number, and to find the remainder we're gonna say percentage 5. Okay, 5 is because you want to find the remainder when divided by 5. Okay, 5 could be 7, could be 4, could be 8, anything, right? But in this case we just choose 5 for simplicity. Alright, so modulus mean this is called a modulus operator. So it's to find the remainder. Okay. Alright, so now we know that when you divide the number for 5, the remainder could be like 0 when it's divisible, or 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, right? So we're gonna write code for each of these cases. Okay. So we're gonna say if remainder is equal to 0. If the remainder is equal to 0, then the number is divisible by 5, right? So print the number is divisible by 5. Alright. So elif, right? Remainder is equal to 1. So we're just gonna print the number has remainder 1 when divided by 5, right? So the number, okay, let's fix this a little bit here. So the number has remainder 1 when divided by 5. Right? Okay. So now we just have to copy everything, right? So the next case is the remainder equal to 2, right? 2. So we change this to 2, right? And then to 3. 3. And we change this to 3. So we can change the remainder to 2, and we change the remainder to 3, and we're gonna fix the print statement accordingly. Okay. Alright, and now we have the last case because we have covered when the remainder is 0, 1, 2, and 3. We only have the last case of 4, right? No more cases, right? No more cases. So in the last case, what you can do is that you just have to say else semicolon. That's enough, right? And you can just print it out like print. Okay, so we can delete this one. Okay, so we just have to print it out, but else with semicolon still, and say the number has remainder of 4, right? When divided by 5, and then we are ready to run our program. Okay, so James, give me a number. Give me 1.
19.
19. Okay, 19. So 19 has remainder of 4 when divided by 5, right? So let's do another 100. 100 is actually divisible by 5, right? Let's run another time. It's like 33. Now the remainder is 3.
19.
So yeah, that's the basic of remainder. Do you have any questions? Understood? Yeah, alright. So now that's very good. Let's make another game. So yeah, let's make another game, but still with this if and L and L if. Okay. Okay, just wait me a little. So James, have you ever heard of lottery? Do you know what a lottery is? A lottery is like when you go to the store and you buy a ticket, right? So in the ticket it has a number, right? So but the house they also have their own number, right? And you're comparing your number with the house number, right? So if your number is equal to the house number, then you're gonna win the prize, right? So today we're gonna make a lottery game like that, alright? Alright, so let's make that game. So a lottery game. Okay, so let's enter text. It's called lottery game. Lottery game. So first of all, when you go to the store, you're gonna buy a ticket, right? The ticket with the number. So now I'm gonna let you to choose a number like that. So we're gonna say ticket equal to input, and we say enter your ticket number. So you can, if you can run, you can see you can enter your ticket number here like 5, but that's for now, right? So now inside the first step you have bought a ticket, right? You have bought a ticket. Okay, so now you can, let's think a little bit. So how you can win a lottery game? You can only win a lottery game if your ticket is equal to the house number, right? So now you can only win your game if your ticket is equal to your winning number. Okay, let's wait a little bit, don't copy it too fast, right? Winning number. But you know that this winning number is a random number that they're gonna pick, right? The ticket seller, they're gonna just pick a random number, right? So to create the randomness, we're gonna say import random. Okay, import random. And what import random means is that we're gonna call it from Python a pre-prepared code. So we can use immediately. We don't have to think a lot. So Python, they make some already made code for us, so we don't have the code all the time. Okay, so import random, and we're gonna say winning number gonna equal to random dot run int, and let's just say from 1 to 10. Let's just choose a number from 1 to 10. Okay? Alright. So now let's think about the game. So in the game, if your ticket is equal to the winning number, then you win the lottery prize, right? You win a lot of money and you can be a millionaire, right? So we're gonna say that if ticket is equal to winning number, has to be 2 equal sides, because a comparison, right? Comparison, so 2 equal sides. So we can say print and semicolon at the end. Print congratulations, you win like a $5 billion, right? And then you are a billionaire. Okay, right? So in the other case, if you don't win, it's else, right? So in the other case, if you don't win, then usually the ticket they say something like good luck next time, right? Like good luck next time. So we say print, good luck next time. Good luck next time. Because that's how usually it goes, right? And I think that's the whole of the game. So let's try to run. Okay, so James, can you pick up a number?
7.
7, lucky number. Let's see if we are lucky. Good luck next time. Yeah. Okay, so you can run the game again, and we can try to play the game until we win. So let's try another one. I'm gonna pick up one. Good luck next time. So you can see, we can play the game like this. Let's see if we can win.
7.
Just pick it up. Okay, 4. Congratulations, you win $5 billion. See, so we can win the games. Okay, so James, that's the basic of the lesson that we are gonna go through in the Python classes, or like classes in Brightham like this. So in Brightham, we're gonna try to provide a student with good education in programming, so they're gonna have a brighter future and also have more opportunity on the market field. So with this knowledge, you can do a lot of things like I have explained at the beginning of the class. Like, right, you can do like machine learning or like web development. But this is for the future. All right. So James, is your parent? Your parent is not here right now, right? Okay. So James, do you want to talk to the counselor of the school, so they can explain to you more about the course detail and also more about the program that might be suitable for you? Do you want to see that? Do you want to talk to the counselor of Brightham, so they can explain more to you about the courses and the curriculum, or how you can register for further course or can answer the questions?
Maybe if my parents are agree.
Yeah, so if your parents, so is your parent available today?
Pardon? Pardon?
My parent is not here right now because
Not here right now.
she's tired from work.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I think that's almost the end of the lesson, because usually that's all of the lesson.
Maybe
Do
if
you
my
have any question for
parents
me, James?
agree.
No.
No, but you understand the lesson, right? Yeah, okay,
My
so
parent is not here right now because
okay, so if
she's
there's no
tired
more
from work.
question, then thank you
She's
very much,
sleeping.
James. So have a good day. And if you want to want to study with me or any other teacher at Brightham, please contact the school, and we're gonna organize the classes. Okay?
Nope.
Thank you very much, James. Have a nice day. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, I
Yeah.
followed you along while doing
Bye,
the
man.
lesson. Thank you, sir.